Vale, lo primero, felicitarla porque me ha encantado la peli. La verdad es que me ha gustado mucho.
Thank you.
La primera pregunta es cómo llegó al proyecto para dirigir la peli.
Okay, so I didn't write the film. The writer of the film is Elizabeth Gooch, and she approached me with this story. She loves Victorian literature. She knows so much about it, and she had read a number of Sheridan Le Fanu's books, and including Uncle Silas. And he basically wrote this character of Maud on many different occasions in different books. He even called her Maud sometimes. It was like roughly the same character. But she always found reading about Maud quite infuriating because Maud is so aware of how innocent and naive she is, and yet she doesn't. And she just is so how incapable she is of taking action. And Elizabeth wanted to rewrite this book and this character, and so that's what she wanted to do. And she approached me about this, and I was really excited to work in it.
Precisamente de este cambio de personaje de Maud durante toda la historia eso es también muy introvertida, pero a la vez también está muy empoderada, porque ella sí que al final termina enfrentándose a su tío y a los administradores, y al final, digamos que todo lo que le pasa es un poco consecuencia de ese enfrentamiento, ¿no? Que ha tenido con ellos, ¿no?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the book, there's a big section at the start of the book that isn't in the film, and it's about her life with her father. And you understand very much that she has a very solitary life, but that she's quite happy with it. So actually, during that time in Victorian times, a young girl like Maud would be introduced into society. And so she would go to balls and dances and parties where she would meet young men, and inevitably, a suitor would be found and she would get married. But that didn't happen to Maud. And actually, the fact that she has lived such a secluded life is one of the reasons why she has such strength of character. Because at one stage, Captain Ilbery says, you were unschooled in the way of society. And she says, I should hope so. So because she doesn't understand what is the correct way to behave according to the laws of Victorian society, it's this that enables her to have the strength not to immediately give in to Silas and to what he's trying to do. So you're absolutely right. Her innocence and naivety becomes her strength.
Pero, sin embargo, bueno, además de esto, sí que se ve un cambio en la personalidad de ella al final de toda la peli, una especie de transformación, porque la vemos como pues una persona, además de introvertida, también como un rostro muy pálido, ¿no? Sin embargo, después de todo lo que ha pasado, se le ve una piel más rosada, más contenta. ¿Cómo fue toda esa transformación del personaje?
Well, when you have conversations at the start before you start shooting, you have conversations with all your departments, the makeup, the hair, costume department. And so actually Aitana Silva, our makeup artist, is Spanish, and she's wonderful. And she was saying, unfortunately, the film is not playing in her hometown, but Aitana and I would have spoken about Maud's skin tone and how, as the film increases, that she should become paler. She would be pale anyway because of the time, the Victorian time. But as the film goes on, she should become paler. And then, obviously, at the very end, when we see her at the very end, she is much healthier. She's more different. But yes, we would have discussed that in prep.
También me ha gustado mucho la fotografía de la peli. ¿Cómo fue trabajar con Eleanor?
With our DOP. The DOP is Eleanor Bowman is the DOP, and this was her first feature film. She's done quite a lot of shorts, and she's done TV stuff and documentary, but this was her first feature film. And so we spent lots of time together, and we went to the house together, and I took photographs which would have given her an idea of the sort of things, the way I like, maybe the lenses. We discussed lenses. I love wide angle lenses. So, he probably, we used quite a lot of wide angle lenses. And because we didn't really have any money, we knew that we would not have money for a big lighting kit. And I've always wanted to make a film with no lights. And this, in a way, was a perfect opportunity. And although we do use a few lights sometimes, for example, all the night scenes are just lit with candles. And sometimes we use some reflectors, but it's candles. So you can buy these special candles. We had to get them in Germany that have double wicks. You understand what I mean, Matilda? Double wicks, yeah. And so so it makes the light from them brighter. But as Carlos said, those scenes just really look beautiful. And then in the day scenes, we just usually used daylight because the windows are so big in these houses, because the houses were built when there was no electricity. So the windows are so big. And when we were shooting exterior, we just were careful about plotting at what time of day we would shoot certain scenes, depending on where the sun was. So, but yeah, the film really does look beautiful, and everybody comments on that. And Eleanor, when we premiered at the Galway Film Festival, and Eleanor won Best Cinematographer, which, I was so delighted for her. Hi, Carlos, and everybody who is reading Cinemascomics. I'm Lisa Mulcahy, the director of LEGADO, my film which is coming to Spain, and I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that a Spanish audience will get to see this film, and I really hope that you all love it.